Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is Pinky, and I do have um, a new video for you all today. Well, it's an update from yesterday. I didn't have time to post it yesterday, so I'm going to do it today for you. It's an update from yesterday. Before I get started, excuse me, guys, it's still morning time. I was going to go live with it, but I'm just waking up, drinking my coffee, so it's kind of early for me. It's 11:23 a.m. in the morning, so it's a little early for me. But I will go live later about it. But let me just do it this way for now. And let's go ahead and get all the house rules out of the way. Welcome to the Pink House. Welcome to Pinkie the Housewife. And then welcome to Pink Global, my second channel. And then welcome to my third channel, the original Pinky. Okay, so you can make sure you subscribe to all three. Okay, so hit the like button coming in. Before you start watching the video, just go ahead and hit that like button. Just keep it rolling. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, then just roll on over to the next button over on your left and hit subscribe. Okay, just roll on over to subscribe and subscribe to my channel. If you're not already subscribed to Pinkie the Housewife, then you go over to Pink Global and subscribe to there. Once you get through doing that, then go over to um, the original Pinky and subscribe to that channel. Oh my God. Mm. Like I said, I just woke up. Um, I want to go ahead and thank you for doing that. But don't forget, I need you to hit that like button. Okay? Let's go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. We're going to be talking about Miss Tiffany. See this woman right here? Tiffany Henyard. This woman got more chaos going on than, um, than most people that I see in the jailhouse. She got more chaos following her than everything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yes, I do know what's going on, but it's hard to say what's going on in her head. I don't know. Like I said, I'm drinking my coffee. So Tiff, Tiff, Tiff. I don't know. That's why I came to do these videos for you. I'm going to drop these 3 videos so we can keep up, so I can show you what went on yesterday. Okay? What went on yesterday? Okay? Because yesterday I did a 5-hour live, a little over a 5-hour live. I was zonked after that. So I cannot do no more. If you want to see that 5-hour live, you can go over to Pinkie the Housewife. Go over to my main channel, and you can watch it. Okay? I was doing court docs, covering some court documents. Okay, sometimes we got criminals around here. Sometimes you got to talk about them. Okay, but anyway, let's get on with the matter at hand. Tiffany Henyard was missing. This girl ain't missing from one meeting. She was missing from both meetings. And she had a reason. She had a reason. But I'm going to let you hear the reason. Okay? If you look at my title, you'll see why. She quoted that she had some credible threats going on. Is it against her? Excuse me. Is it against her or somebody else? Y'all gonna have to hear it for yourself. So I can finish drinking my coffee, but I'm gonna listen too. I'm gonna drink my coffee. You go get your coffee, your tea, or whatever you want to drink, and we watch this together. Okay? And it's cold today. Let me just say, today is January the 8th of 2025. It is cold than a buffoon out there. Cold, cold. We got bad weather getting ready to hit us like no time at all. We hadn't gotten prepared for it. We're always prepared for bad weather. Because we just buy in bulk of everything. We just always prepare for everything at my house. When nobody else is prepared, we be prepared for months. It'll last us for months, okay? Probably a whole year. But anyway, y'all get prepared for this bad weather. If you're already prepared, sit down with your coffee or your tea or your whatever you want to drink and watch this video. Just get prepared and watch this video. All right? Let me go ahead and get started with it. This information is coming from Fox 32 Chicago. Okay? And they said she is the threat. Did I hear that? She is the threat. Oh my God. They are throwing shade on Tiffany. Girl. Dog meetings get heated as Tiffany Henyard miss meetings. And they get heated when she miss meetings. They get heated when they say when she show up at meetings. It's chaotic then. It's just crazy then. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put this video on for y'all. Okay? And it's going to be down in my description box. That's all I'm going to say. It's just going to be down in my description box below the video. The credit goes out to Fox 32 Chicago for putting this out there yesterday. Yeah, they dropped this yesterday. I tried to get this stuff out to y'all, but let me tell you what happened. I did a 5 hour live, over 5 hour live, and I didn't have time. I was zonk. I was hard. Okay, so let's listen to what they got to say. But credit goes out to them for this video. Here we go, guys. Let me make sure I got this thing turned up. Yes, I do.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard was the center of attention at a community meeting tonight.
Only Henyard wasn't there. Our Nate Rogers is, though. And Nate, this got heated again.
Absolutely, Don and Scott. Hours before tonight's meeting, Mayor Tiffany Henyard announced on social media that the meeting would be canceled after she received, quote, credible threats made by multiple, after she received, quote, credible threats made against multiple elected officials. That meeting still took place tonight. As you mentioned, Henyard was not in attendance. Board of Trustees saying that they received no information on credible threats. Now, take a look inside of the meeting. A Dalton Park District auditorium was packed with residents, most of them critics of Henyard, encouraged to dress in Army fatigue. Mayor Pro Tem Jason House ran the meeting with at least 4 trustees and a clerk present, which constitutes a quorum. More than a dozen people spoke during public comments, addressing the township's animal control not being properly licensed, streets plowed in a timely fashion, and Henyard's alleged late rent payments on her home. Also present was Fania Dukes, who claims she was allegedly fired by Henyard after reported being sexually assaulted by Dalton trustee Andrew Holmes in Las Vegas last year. Holmes has not been charged in this case. Here's more from Dukes and others that spoke tonight.
Going to be here standing up for myself by myself, but look at y'all right next to me. I love y'all too.
I would never respect someone who chose to fire a sexual assault victim to keep an alleged predator named Andrew Holmes and a seat just to vote her way.
Now she want to call in a threat of a credible. She is the threat. She is the outright adulterated threat.
We do not need her right here in this venue because we have the quorum. We swing this thing in Thornton Township, we'll have a quorum in both places.
And after public comments and general announcements, trustees went into a closed executive session to address other matters. 2 important dates were mentioned. First, a Thornton Township Town Hall taking place January 21st at 6 p.m. That's at South Suburban College. Secondly, February 25th, the day of Dalton's election. This is ladies here in Dalton, Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was muted. Okay. I muted and did not know it. Now, this is 18 hours ago. This is with the Lansing Journal. Okay. She posted this 18 hours ago. Like I tell you, people, and had enough. I don't know what's going to happen, but people say, I ain't had enough. And Lansing Journal, this is a non-meeting without Tiffany Henyard. It's less chaotic than a non-meeting with Tiffany Henyard. What? And this is January the 6th, 2025. Okay, wait now. That's like throwing shade on top of shade. Some people, this is recorded January the 6th, shade on top of shade. I hear you. I just got to do my job and just let y'all listen to it. Okay? And this information with the Lansing Journal will be down in my description box below the video. Okay? Credit goes out to them.
Managing editor of the Lansing Journal, and I am going live here at the Gordon Township special meeting. We're going to have possibly some votes today on the tax levy that is already delayed and not at the county clerk as it should be, and also some insurance policies. So we're bringing this to you live, just live stream uninterrupted. Oh, Lauren, thank you very much for sharing your Dolphin Politics page. Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Mary. Hi, Deborah. Thank you so much, Siobhan. We're doing our best. Hi, Renard. So it's 4:05, Hi, Veronica. And trustees Chris Gonzalez, Carmen Carlisle are here, along with Clerk Loretta Wells. Missing Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, and we are missing Trustee Darlene Wright. We are a little bit late. It is now 4:10 and it's not looking good. This might be a boring live stream. We're here to cover it all.
Good evening, everybody. Just want to do a couple things real quick. Obviously, it appears we have a lack of quorum, so unfortunately there will not be a meeting. But I just want to, first of all, thank the South Highland Public Library for having us today, for possibly having a meeting. I'd like to thank all who came out tonight. Third, I don't know, I would assume most people in the room know. However, our assessor, Cassandra, recently, her husband passed away. So if I could, before I say a few words, if we could have a moment of silence, please, for Jessica. Thank you.
How to store and sort all your photos and videos in seconds. No.
All right, thank you. We called a special meeting today in the effort to get some of our insurance issues and our tax levy passed today. However, as you can see, we do not have a quorum. But I just want to state that even if we did have a quorum today, we would not have been able to address some of the major insurance issues that we have going on. We were it was a start. We were looking to do some property insurance today, and we were also looking to do some auto insurance. So we have those in place. However, even if we were able to do some today, which, like I said, was our intention, we still would not have had liability insurance or workers' comp. And those are obviously extremely crucial to what we do with our day-to-day operations. So with that being said, we still have work to do. I mean, we're still trying to get some answers and trying to get some good products that we could go ahead and look at and approve. Like I said, however, unfortunately, even if we did have a forum today, that would not have been the case, because I know it's been out there, saying that we were, Trustee Carlisle and myself, were holding a lot of things up, and that obviously isn't the case, because when it comes to those, especially those two products, we just don't have anything to vote on right now. But even going on that, saying to vote on it, these insurance products are something that we have never voted on before. So you can take that as you will, as to why are we voting on them now. There's always things that are underlying as to the reasons why. However, like I said, that's a fact. We have not voted on these products before. So going back, this is something that could have been taken care of, and we shouldn't even be in this place right now. So that's, like I said, as far as the insurance, that's where we're at. As far as the levy, once again, we were looking to pass that today. That way the township could go forward in at least somewhat of a manner that we would know, kind of where we're at, because that's something obviously that's extremely important. We need to get that passed. In the last meeting, we attempted to pass it. The attorney had said that, yes, ideally you should have a budget in place. However, it wasn't necessary, and she had advised that we should pass it.
And they're telling you what's happening. So everybody just pass it. So no, because you're not live on this, attorney.
I have not information. So I have not had an opportunity to research this exact question, but some very quick research right now as we're sitting here tells me that, yes, it is generally advisable to approve a budget before you approve a levy. But the concern, though, is that you have a time frame in which to approve the levy. If you don't approve the levy and file it by the last Tuesday in December, then you can't levy taxes next year. So it would be my advice to pass the levy.
Correct. So we passed, and if I could remind everybody from the last meeting, Trustee Carlisle and myself voted for that. However, there were other no votes for that. So, and I said it in the meeting. Okay, it's one of these things where we can vote on it. Let's get it passed. If for some reason it wasn't correct, then it doesn't matter. But if it was okay, then it's done. We didn't have to worry about it again. So now we're into 2 meetings where we could have got this taken care of, but it has not been. Like I said, and we attempted to do the yes vote last time, and it didn't pass. We attempted to get it done tonight, obviously, and due to lack of quorum, we're just not going to be able to do that. So we'll have to kind of evaluate things and see where our next steps will be. But like I said, unfortunately, as far as today's meeting, like I said, it's not going to take place. One of the things we do, we had a few people that did sign up, I think about 6 maybe, for public comment. If you still would like to state your public comments, I mean, we're here, so we'll entertain those. I know there's been a few times where people have felt that they didn't get their word, they were, kind of stifled. So we're here to obviously let the people talk. And so if you're still willing to do your public comments, please do so. So, Jennifer Roberts.
When you shop in the Randall's app, you can count on delivery.
Good afternoon, everyone.
If I could just, we'll do the same 3 minutes. We won't change that. So just.
I won't be before you long. The supermayor's time is almost up, and we can't be happier. Until then, I understand that William Moore is her executive assistant. Does that mean that his job is to follow her around in Dalton, locking up trustees, and preventing them from doing their jobs? Is it to prevent people from asking her questions? Is it to bring her Fiji water and her very own mic? Is he her personal exorcist to drive away demonic residents? I want to know personally, how well is that working for her? Kamal Woods, we have yet to receive a report on him about the supposed at-risk youth department he directs. It has been reported that he makes over $100,000 a year, but the trustees have not had a chance to evaluate his job performance during closed session. One might think that the supervisor is purposefully allowing chaos to disrupt a meeting before closed session can occur. Also, I would like to know, when did the insurance lapse and which policies were they? What is the usual process for renewing insurance and what prevented that from happening? Tiffany wants the seniors to believe that Chris and Carmen are the reasons why the insurance was not paid, therefore causing services to be interrupted. Chris and Carmen wanted to approve the insurance policies that the township was able to get. We still don't know if any insurance company will offer the township liability insurance with Tiffany as supervisor. After all, she said in her own words, I get sued all the time. Can someone please answer that question? I think it's important for the residents and especially the seniors to know. Last but not least, I am concerned about the accuracy of Clerk Wells' reporting. On the township's website, her minutes from October the 30th meeting showed that a motion to approve a tax refund passed through. No quorum was present. How is that possible? Thank you.
Angela Hubbard.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Hubbard. I'm here to inform the super she-devil and Kamal Woods came short on payments for August 2024 through December 2024. Now it's January 2025. And as of today, you are late, so don't forget to add in all late fees. Although I'm not part of the litigation, I am Janetta Hull's mother and standing here in her stead. You're welcome to give me a cashier's check, not a certified check, because let me explain the difference. A cashier's check is signed by the bank. A certified check is signed by the account holder. And we don't want to deal with any of your personal accounts. Or you can Zella, all I care. Just do it immediately. Like I said, you came this morning with some checks, but they were short. I've been watching all your shenanigans for about 4 years and truly can't keep up. Thanks to NBC 5 reported Regina Waldrop's documentary, The Cost of Chaos in Dalton, a few weeks ago that detailed most of her underhanded bull stuff. Tiffany, you always say, let me educate you. Well, yes, you have educated us on what to do when renting to a tenant. We will for sure do our due diligence for future tenants. An example, background checks, maybe even fingerprints and blood samples. Thought we were good on renting to a mayor and her guy. Boy, were we educated. We were doing you a favor by looking out for your safety and keeping you low-key when it came to the lights and gas bill not being in your name. Tiffany, you and Kamal are simply wrong and should be super tired of this debauchery. Tiffany, you have disgraced the town of Dalton, Thornton Township, and I'm sure your own parents. Now you are commingling in Thornton Township funds, allegedly. I once heard you quote Dr. King about being the dream. No, Tiff, you are a nightmare. The audacity of you and Kamal to change locks, garage codes, and not giving Janetta access to even inspect her Harvard house.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Perfect. Coochie, there you go. It was always going to be just dirty.
And to follow up on the subject of Janetta Hall, I'm Kurt Marcucci, also known to some of you as the Super Server. I'm the one that served the papers of that witch. It's really pathetic how a boyfriend who's making $100,000 a year and someone who's making $250,000 a year as a supervisor and $50,000 as a mayor can't pay your damn rent. You like to yell and moan how everyone's ganging up on a black woman. Well, guess what, Tiffany? You have taken a black woman's house. You have held money from a black woman. Don't give us any of your BS race card. You are absolute scum taking money and property from someone who worked their ass off for it, unlike you. Let me educate you on that. And you better have her money or the Super Server may be coming at you with some more paperwork. Take that to the bank.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Paul Roberts.
You don't even live here. Why are you laughing about that?
Good afternoon, fellow residents. Unless law enforcement decides to do something, we still have 4 more months of Tiffany Henyard as township supervisor. It is now too late to hope that she listens to us or works reasonably with the trustees. The last time I begged her to do that here, she told an attorney to get an emergency restraining order against me. If we have to endure 4 more months of a stubborn supervisor, we need to either establish a survival strategy for Thornton Township or agree to abolish it. We must continue to watch how she spends tax dollars, knowing that there's no county or state law enforcement and knowing that she has made it difficult for us to do our research. FOIA requests are answered in a method to suit the supervisor's agenda by an uncertified FOIA officer whose identity is a closely guarded secret. The survival strategy for the township needs to start by addressing a basic question. Is Thornton Township an effective use of tax dollars? My understanding is that the township's reason to exist is to provide residents with needed services that aren't provided elsewhere. But our township is full of food pantries, turkeys at Thanksgiving, toy giveaways at Christmas, and lots of community events in local parks during the warm weather. I can name only one service the township currently provides, which isn't available elsewhere: the assessor's office. Where else can you go to get good advice on how to navigate government bureaucracy to minimize your property tax bill without paying large fees to an attorney? How can a township survive if residents cannot communicate with the supervisor or the trustees? At least Dalton has tea with the trustees and functional email. How can anyone know the financial health of the township when the official record is so scrambled that the usual accountant refuses to audit it? How can the board of trustees and supervisor resolve conflicts when they hire a politically connected attorney to defend only the supervisor? Voter turnout for township offices is abysmally low. 4 years ago, only 11.4% of registered voters in Thornton Township bothered to vote. That means 88.6% of voters chose the perennial popular candidate known as none of the above. At least there's some competition for township offices this year. Voters can ask candidates to justify the existence of township government and demand something other than the same old programs from recycled politicians. However, there will not be a referendum question to dissolve the township. One could say that the popular candidate known as none of the above got kicked off the ballot this year.
Alicia.
Oh, shut up. Good evening, everyone, except William Moore. First, I want to start. I do want to address William Moore. I want to let you know I am a Thornton Township resident, and I'm telling you now on record with the media around, stop using those inflammatory, antagonistic, deliberate phrases when you try to say that I don't live in a township, because I in fact do. Don't forget you're a Thornton Township employee perpetuating lies and nonsense. You're loud and you're wrong. DeMarcus, you're on the phone with Tiffany. Tell her we miss her here. You haven't said one word. You have the phone up to your ear. Why would you even be in a meeting with the phone up to your ear the whole time? Because you're a Thornton Township employee. Are you not?
Do I work for the township? No, I do not.
Okay, well, why are you always like speaking on behalf? Why are you mad at me?
I'm a resident.
And I am too.
Okay then. So
okay, so I have a right to speak, but I have a right to address you if I want to. You're in a meeting. But anyway, go ahead. Okay, like I said, William Moore, I am a Thornton Township resident, so watch what you say. Because you're the one that's always trying to point me out inflammatorily, saying that I'm not a Thornton Township resident. You don't have anything to say now, but you had a mouthful at the meeting in Harvey with all of the supporters. And I guess you.
That to me, ma'am. You need to just address that.
Well, I will ask you again, why are you always in Dalton when you're getting a paycheck from Thornton Township? I will ask that again. And I would like an answer. Yes, you can.
You don't deserve an answer from me.
Oh, I do.
Who are
I
you?
do.
Who are you to deserve
I'm
an
a
answer?
Thornton Township resident that pays your salary. That's who I am. That's who I, well, answer the residents. Don't answer me, answer them. Why are you always in Dalton?
Foyer, ma'am, foyer.
Okay, I will. Hey, Jed, we love Jed. What is your job? But also, you know, again, residents, look and see what's going on. The insurance was so important. Remember, the insurance was so important, and it was all because Carmen and Chris that the insurance didn't go through. Although Tiffany ignored the fact that there was not insurance, she still dropped people off, seniors off at doctor's appointments with uninsured vehicles. Keith Price said, oh, maybe they got insurance for one day. Did they keep extending it? Because they have been on the road since the first time was Christmas Eve and then beyond, every single day up until Friday. So I want to know about that one day insurance and if it was extended at all. DeMarcus, William.
Well, there's the trustees right there, man.
No, I'm asking you, because you're in our back pocket, so you should know. Okay, we'll do. But anyway, residents, see what's going on. It is not Carmen Carlisle and Chris Gonzalez is stopping the insurance. Look who's not here. Right. Tiffany Henyard is not here. If the insurance was so important in getting you guys to your appointments, she would be here.
She's been at every meeting. They haven't been to 8 meetings.
Say there's a been there. It's my time. Excuse
you. Don't have time.
Excuse you. He's so petty.
They haven't been there every meeting.
But she can't be here. But she can be on the phone and have them record. But she can't stand up for the residents. Yes, she loves so much. Yeah. Thank you.
You should be addressing your body, ma'am, not me.
Vivian Allen.
That's right.
I went to Dubai and found out that the rich people in Dubai never go to
No, because she gets sued all the time.
Well, they said in the past that they did insurance. How did they do it in the past? How did you do the insurance in the past?
They auto-renew.
Auto-renew? You don't have to have a board meeting?
You're not on the comment. Did you sign up for comment?
Yeah, you should be.
You didn't sign up for comments.
Will you tell me how it should be doing?
All right, please.
It's not a meeting.
You didn't sign up for comments.
All right, so, Michael.
Are you gonna check me and then you're out of order?
So,
You can't check me, you're out of order.
You can't check me. You're out of order. You need a priest.
It's a reflection.
You just don't want.
Excuse me, if you want to speak, you have to sign up for public comment. She has the floor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, trustees, for attempting to do what you've been trying to do, which is pay the bills that are supposed to be paid and make sure that the other money that she is trying to do her last ditch stealing effort, that you are the ones that's blocking it. So I do give you kudos to actually putting this meeting together just to make sure that the residents understand that you guys are here for us. It is not about Henyard, it is not about her goons, it is about the residents and the people of this township. What we have to do is make sure that we stand in unity, and we have to ask her to step down. This and what she have been doing is ridiculous, and nobody can stop her, because right now she's just a loose cannon right now. So what we need to do is we need to continue to show up at every meeting until she is voted out of Dalton, because she's not gonna be on the ballot for Thornton Township. But we have to make sure that we are standing in solidarity, asking this lady to step down every chance we get, because she does not deserve the seat. She is not qualified for the seat. And one thing about her is she is unapologetic. But what happened with, and I don't care if it has nothing to do with the township, but what happened with Fania Dukes and Andrew Holmes, and we have verification that that guy did sexually assault Fania Dukes, and for her to be a mayor and a supervisor and our leader and not even make a statement, even with today, instead of her showing up, she's a coward. She's a big coward for not showing up for the people. Because if you care about somebody that was your assistant, you still would show up at both meetings and make sure that you address what's going on. So again, we have to stand strong. I'm glad that we have a meeting full of people. We have some rejects in here, but that's okay. But they'll go back and they'll give her accurate notes. She's probably on the phone with them now. She's probably on my live still. I think I blocked her. But anyway, I just want y'all to know that we have to make sure that we continue to show up until we barge her ass out of this township. Thank you. Thank you.
I have so many issues, but I don't even know where to start. This is just amazing what is going on here in Thornton Township and in Dalton. And in Thornton Township, it fits 17 towns or cities. We have, I don't know, Evelina, I don't know what name to give to this young lady. When she first got in, people had high hopes for her. Young, black, gifted. We didn't know she was stupid. The sad thing about it is there are at least 4 people in this room that work for her. And 2 of them were speaking a few minutes ago. They know nothing. What kind of positions do they have, administrative or whatever, but they can't answer any questions in her absence.
It's not a meeting, ma'am.
I don't care if it's a meeting or not, man.
Right.
Shut up. The problem is you have diarrhea of the lips, but you can't speak on anything of substance.
Right.
The problem is too many people working for her, but they can't tell you anything. They can't tell you what's going on. They can't tell you why she's not here. She put out, first tried to say the meeting in Dalton was canceled, and people had to rebut that. She didn't say she wasn't coming to this one, but I see she didn't show up unless she's hiding out somewhere. And I'm quite sure they are recording this for her benefit. One thing is, Sister Girl said the buses were not going to run because of the insurance. She got them to that big bingo, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
And she got furniture in there. She got everything she could in that so-called police department building that she spent all that money putting the name up there, nothing else going on. Those buses have been rolling up and down, even seen in Indiana, out of state.
Yes.
The problem is she keeps playing that same story over and over again every place she goes, saying that the buses are not running. But clearly they are, because we see them on the street. So does she think we're stupid, that we're all blind? I'm kind of hard of hearing, but my eyesight feel pretty good.
All right now.
Another thing is, I'd like to know, why was there a moving truck at the township a couple of Sundays ago in the evening? What were they taking out? Where were they taking it to? Why did they feel the need to go in there since they said the building was closed? A lot of sneaky stuff is going on. A lot of sneaky stuff. And that's sad. And I try to write notes for myself, but my writing is so bad. I can't even read my own writing. One thing about it is, she plays that same song every place she goes about how she is our savior. And she really tries to appeal to the seniors because she's thinking, I'm a senior, I'm 78 years old. But I'm not blind, crippled, or crazy yet. And I do understand, and I am educated. So Chick doesn't have to let me educate. She should have shown up. She could have brought her boo with her. We don't care. We all, and the whole world knows she got a married boo. She could have brought him with her. He could have been her bodyguard or anybody else she wanted to be her bodyguard. Sad, pitiful, absolutely the leader of an evil cabal. All those people that work for her crew, she has a rap sheet, and they do too. Can't you find somebody with some substance, with some quality, with some values? But the problem is,
her time is up.
birds of a feather flock together. So that's the kind she likes.
Thank you, sir.
You out of order. Hey, there's the door. Yeah, like I'm out of order.
All right, that was the last person on the list. Once again, like I said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out.
He's not on the mirror off the mic.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Few seconds. Okay, guys, I hope you all enjoyed that video. And I do have one more short one. It's very short. So I'm going to go ahead and get on with this last one for you. And when I say Tiffany Henyard, I almost screamed again when the white man got up there. Oh my Lord, almost. The white man got up there and said, I think he's a process server. I almost screamed again. It's like, what? He was going at it. But to be honestly, she brought it on herself. So I ain't got nothing to say. I'm going to let the man do his thing. I ain't got nothing to say on that. But here's the last one. It's real short. Okay, guys? When I say it's real short, it's real short. It's just a little over a minute. Let me just get it all up here. Oh, okay. Is this the same one? I don't think it is. Let me just check. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just check and make sure this is not the same one. Let me just check. No, that was Fox. And this is, okay, no, it's not the same one. This is CBS Chicago. This is another CBS Chicago. It's short. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started for you guys. All right. And enjoy. This information with CBS Chicago will be down in my description box below my video. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Let's get it popping.
Well, back at home, both the municipalities she represents tried to get down to business, but in Dalton and Thornton Township, Tiffany Henyard was noticeably absent.
Archer Monteri is always investigating. It may be a new year, but it's a similar story. Some neighbors and other politicians are fed up.
In this new year, Tiffany Henyard opted to skip 2 meetings on the same day, leaving many people to wonder what's her next move as the primary draws near. Before the Dalton Village meeting started, fired up residents came out to the first meeting of 2025. While it's a new year, folks still frustrated about the ongoing lack of transparency from their mayor, Tiffany Henyard. The mayor claimed threats were made before Monday night's meeting.
If there was any bona fide threat, certainly they would let the trustees know. They wouldn't let this meeting proceed. They wouldn't want anyone to be in harm's way. I think it's just a a way of the mayor trying to attempt to cancel this meeting.
So after giving her 15 extra minutes to arrive, the mayor was a no-show on this Monday. It gave residents the chance to express their anger about her days in office.
Is it her major accomplishment? The $18,000 banners that we all know about on Sibley that were hung up there with her face on it?
Go to the polls. Vote.
Hours earlier, another meeting, this time in Thornton Township. The clock showed 4:15, and Henyard was another no-show.
It appears we have lack of quorum, so unfortunately there will not be a meeting.
Trustees called the emergency meeting to try to address the insurance which is lapsed in the township. Henyard claims there's no property, auto, liability, or workers' comp insurance because trustees Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle have failed to show up to previous meetings.
This is something that could have been taken care of previously. They didn't have to come to the board. So they played a game with it. Now they're kind of in a tough spot because they don't know what to do, because now companies are saying, hey, we don't want to cover you.
Residents expressed their concerns as well about Henyard's absence.
Tiffany wants the seniors to believe that Chris and Carmen are the reasons why the insurance was not paid, therefore causing services to be interrupted.
She's a big coward for not showing up for the people.
Voters will head to the polls first here in Dalton in February for the primary election. Henyard was kicked off of the Democratic ticket for the supervisor position. That's a fight she continues to work on. Reporting in Dalton, I'm Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
In other
Okay, guys, thank you. I hope y'all enjoyed that last video. It's basically all the major outlets are covering this story. And this was yesterday too, which was, what was yesterday? Tuesday? But everybody's covering, Tuesday. And today is Wednesday, January the 8th. So everybody is covering this story. And Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor of Dalton, and the supervisor of Thornton Township, but she lost that nomination. But she's a no-show. No-show. She's talking about credible threat. No. But I tell you, I love to see the townspeople come up. I love to see them speak their mind, because it's their tax dollars that she's wasting. Okay? So I will keep you all updated on anything going on with Tiffany Henyard, super mayor. That super mayor is, oh Lord, she may be a super Tiffany, but I think she's going to lose that super mayor title, or former super mayor. Maybe that's how she may have to put it. Former super mayor. Okay. But anyway, guys, I do thank you all for watching and everything. All right. And
going back to jail. I'm not going back to jail.
I don't think she want to go to jail.
Will you please come home? Will you please come home?
She's going to be saying, will you please come home? Because they're going to be saying that about her. Okay? So, guys, thank you. And I'll catch up with you all later. All right? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me.